Alright, so it is currently 6:30 in the morning. The baby is finally asleep. Miss 5 is still sleeping. She'll sleep till like 9:30 if I let her. The big one is up and hubby is up, and we've been up since 4:30. And I have worked out I have accumulatively had 6.5 hours sleep in the last 3 days. Now, I also have to drive across the city about an hour to an hour and a half depending on the traffic, because some of you may know that in August my grandmother, who was incredibly close to, died, and today is the day that they're doing like the estate sale and getting rid of everything. So I want to go and get a few things for myself, some memories, and for my kids, so that they can have them to look back on, because I think only Mr. 9 will have some memories of her, but Miss almost 6 and baby won't. So I think it's important to go and capture some of those things. Obviously they're just things, but I think it's important. Baby's still really sick, but he got most of it up last night, and then I think he's probably just going to be super tired and come good this morning, and then go down again tonight. That seems to be the pattern we're doing. This is one day only. I don't really have a choice. I'm gonna give it a go and see if I can go and get this. Mum guilt, I don't know. I wouldn't want to not go because the baby's sick and then miss out, and then the kids have nothing from their great grandmother. So yeah. But no, I don't know what kind of video this is, but I've made a deal with myself that I'm going to video more and share some more everyday or lifey stuff as well. So if you're here for that, here you go. Oh, and excuse the hair. I had to wash my hair at 4:30 in the morning here, and didn't want to wet my pillow, so I haven't brushed it yet. I'm just letting it air dry. And I couldn't get back to sleep, so I've put makeup on, just eyeliner, mascara and lipstick, because my grandmother was the one that taught me that whether you're doing the gardening, like in your old work clothes, or you're going out shopping, you always put lipstick on and present your best face to the world. And it's really helped with my anxiety over the years, and it's become a coping mechanism. So every time I put on lipstick or touch up my lipstick, I think of her. So even more important to do that, I guess, today, especially when I've had so little sleep. Alright, it's a couple of days later. It was a very emotional experience and day. It was an estate kind of garage sale, estate sale. I'll leave that in. And it was hard to watch people picking over things that had a lot of memories, but also a lot of it was gone. The house was really empty, and yeah, so it was a lot. But it's a couple of days later, and I thought I'd show you some of the things I did get. It is mostly Christmas stuff. It's not a lot, and it's mostly Christmas stuff because my nan was obsessed, loved Christmas. She loved her family and she loved having people over. But when you went to my nan's house around Christmas time, actually from about November 1st, it looked like Christmas threw up. And while we don't do Christmas that as big as that here, I thought it would be special to grab some of those Christmassy things and have a little bit of Christmas throw up in our house too, and have these things that become part of our traditions for our kids to remain close to her, because my youngest especially isn't going to remember her. They only met once and he's only just turning 1. My daughter probably won't remember her, maybe vaguely, like in passing she'll know who that is, but not any specific memories, even though we did try and make memories. The pandemic did get in the way, because obviously she is turning 6, so 3 years of pandemic, and my nan was incredibly sick, so we didn't go and visit her. We only spoke on the phone because we didn't want to risk the kids bringing anything, let alone COVID, with us, because that would have ended her early, I guess. So I'm going to take you through this now. My son will remember, but I'm going to take you through this now. And this is special for me because she was probably the most important person in my life and my only real family. So the first thing is this. She actually painted this. She had hundreds of these, although they were mostly gone by the time I got there. I grabbed this. I'm going to find a place in my house to hang it, and when I look at it, I will be reminded of her even more. So there's that. Yeah. She also, like I said, Christmas threw up. So she would have these, I think they're called charger plates off the top of my head, on her table every year. So she had silver, gold, and red. So I grabbed a set of gold and a set of red so that I can have both. And I'll put our plates, our Christmas plates on top of that for our table. And I thought these would be something that would hold up for several years, that I could have no matter, it's not like we're going to break them. If we break a plate or anything like that, these will always be there. These could be a constant. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold, and I think there's 5 red. Yes, 5 red because we're a family of 5. So we'll each have those for us. My kids all have stockings, and we have stockings, hubby and I. But my son didn't, and my nan had, like I said, Christmas threw up, so I grabbed one of her stockings to have for him, so that we can add that to his set, and we can reuse these for several years, and he'll have one too, but it'll be extra special. Moving along. Also, she quilted and crocheted and did a million other things, but especially quilts. And she made these Christmas coasters. So they've got poinsettias on the back, and we've got Christmas kitties and all of that at the bottom here. We have more Christmas kitties, and then we have snowmen set up here. So I'll put those out on the coffee table and the dining room table for Christmas lunch, for cups and stuff like that. And these were she actually made these, so I'll take really good care of them. And then I can there's 2 sets here. I don't have enough for all 3 kids, but I thought I could pass them down to my son and daughter. I don't know how I will do that since there are 3 of them and only 2 sets, but she physically made these, so yeah. And then I grabbed these. These are just store-bought, as you can see. She didn't take the tag off. But I thought these would just be something nice and small from Nan, or from Nan's house, that I could stick on our tree and just have on the tree every year. Again, I could pass them down to my kids when they're older, and there is 3 of them, so they can each get one. So yeah. And my nan and I would have tea, and eventually my nan and I would have tea and cakes and stuff like that. Obviously that didn't happen very much the last couple of years due to the pandemic, so I knew I definitely wanted to get one of her tea sets. They were pretty much all gone, but she had this Christmas one. So I grabbed this one so that we can at least make a tradition. Maybe on Christmas Eve we'll have a cup of tea. We'll have a cup of tea together. So I've got a sugar bowl, a milk bowl, and a teapot. It does need cleaning. I put these in a safe place when I got home, and I haven't been able to do anything with them since. But I will hand clean these soon and put them somewhere safe until Christmas time, which I will be setting up in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that's what I got from my nan. I also brought home from her wake a few weeks ago a blanket she quilted that I helped her cut the strips for, and I bought some of the I bought a fat pack. They call it a fat pack. It's strips of different materials all put together for quilting, and she used some of that in this quilt, so it felt extra special. So I have that, and here's that quilt. It is very special, and
it's got some yellowing here that it had when I got it. I haven't washed it yet. I'm scared to wash it. So if you have any tips on getting that out and keeping this safe, I would really appreciate that. But I curled up with it. It's been very helpful when I'm having a sad moment. And then I've also folded it up and hung it over my door, which remains open all the time anyway, so that I can see it, but so that grubby little fingers, because I do have a toddler, don't touch it. It's got some fluff on it. Like I said, I haven't been game to wash it or even like vacuum it or anything like that, but it's got these beautiful pieces of material that I remember vividly helping her cut. So it's very helpful. And I have a couple of quilts from my nan. Well, I have this one that I got from my lovely aunts, said I could take it with me. My kids have some quilts. My daughter and my baby don't, but my oldest son was the first grandchild, so he had one, a baby one, and then a single bed one that I've passed down to the other two as they've gotten older. So we have 3 quilts that I'm hoping to take care of and pass down to them for their kids. Alright guys, I'm so sorry if this was a really depressing video for you guys, but I just figured that I would show you what's been happening and maybe why I haven't been posting as much, and yeah. So don't forget, if you want to see more from me, to like, comment, subscribe, click the little notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one.